a big chunk of my time just trying to get through this thing. Alright, so okay. So now I'm getting there. Swim as fast as I can. Now, this is like when it gets really fun because, well, Epona is awesome. I mean, I swear it's like how they sold the game in a lot of ways to people. I mean, all you gotta do is say the word Zelda, people are gonna buy it. But you know, but having it where he can ride horses in like 1998 through like a sort of through like grassy fields and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's pretty darn fun. So I'm hopping on, doing my thing. I gotta bring that little eyeball stuff, whatever. And I am hauling. So let's do it. Eat some carrots. Every time I eat a carrot, he kind of gets a little faster. Gets a little faster. As you kind of run into those fields as an adult, sometimes you'll see kind of like yellow pose, which are like little ghost guys. Kill them. You have to find an exact. There he is. So you have to actually kill him. But so I'm on the clock right now. I can't do that. Right. But try to kill those guys because if you kill enough of them, you get a free bottle, which is pretty great. You can look online and find the answers. I don't know. Sometimes I get on debate when it comes to finding the cheats, seeing what you can do. Is that sometimes, you know, do what you gotta do, but try to do it the way they intend, you know, just because then you get to enjoy the game for what it is. Like, just because you can cheat doesn't mean it makes the game any better. I often like to have a challenge. Like, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go solo. Solo is really fun. So let's say like on a Final Fantasy game, right? You got like your 4 characters or whatever. There's none of those little P things. All your 4 characters or whatever. Instead of having it where, you know, you're doing your big old team, if you only got one person, you like quadruple your experience. Well, that's just a cool challenge. So sometimes I'll do that kind of stuff. Or if I have one item I can really specialize up, I'll do that. Okay, so he's dropping out the frog. I think that was part of that was from playing Diablo 3. Because Diablo 3, you could so specialize your character. That was so cool to make your own version of it. Like, you're like, sure, there's one way to do it, but then there's another way to do it entirely. Where it's sort of like harder, but you're stronger at the same time. So you're like more vulnerable and more kick-ass. I mean, it's like awesome. I mean, particularly like if you're, I don't know, I guess I'd say like a level 2 player, like if you've beat it already before and you're kind of going game. So now he's giving me something else. He's giving me another medicine, but this time it doesn't have a preservative. So now I gotta run again. 3rd time. Running again. So okay. So I'm running again. So I got my little eyeball frog stuff, whatever, and we're kind of chugging along there and kind of do that. Okay. So I'm kind of chugging again, going through it all. Okay. Battle. Hop it on. This time I got 4 minutes, so at least I have more time. Here, right? See, and that's so cool at the day and night. I love it's like nighttime too. I think I really grew to love nighttime in video games, particularly with Minecraft. Then, you know, we're talking about old games, but let's just talk about all games, right? It's just about passion and love. Play it all. Play it all. And that, like, in Minecraft, right, it's always going from day to night, and when it gets dark at nighttime, it gets really dark in Minecraft. And all sorts of bad guys show up, right? Like, even in this game, bad guys show up too, although they're pretty easy to take care of at nighttime. Because it's trying to introduce you to the concept of it, right? That's a huge part of what the Ocarina of Time is sort of introducing you to all these new concepts, because back then 3D games were very, very new, and so almost everything that they're doing in the game is like totally new, which is totally awesome. Okay, so we're running. Okay, I got some weird little, I don't know, something. But okay, so we're chugging along, doing my thing. I got 2 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Not bad, eh? This thing's almost wrapping up. Don't worry. I won't keep it for too much longer. Then, you know, if you're using this for tips, right, kind of saying, essentially you're running from place to place, kind of saying what you can do, right? You can sort of follow my guide, I guess, and see what you can with the markers. As you can see, I kind of have the picture on the lower left-hand corner, just to kind of give you a better idea of what I'm actually holding on to, because, well, I know I'm just chatting most of the time. Just kind of saying, you know. So now it's like raining. There wasn't any secrets I just kind of had to cut out here because it was just that kind of game, but so we're kind of going along, and there's that little bigger guy. If you give him, what is it, like, well, if you sell that guy all sorts of stuff, he'll, like, give you money for it, which is kind of cool. He's kind of a weird addition of the game. I don't know. He's like, sell me something. It's kind of creepy. Okay, so we're kind of coming along, running up the mountain. Run up the mountain. I always like those guys, but they stick around through all the Zelda games, right? Particularly when you look at, like, The Legend of Zelda, a lot of those characters stick around, except the lion face guy. This is all easier. Oh, got smacked in the face. That's all easier if you get the little P thing back there by the cave. If you did that when you were a kid, it was easier, but I don't know. I got it anyways. I can kind of just jog it and get there. It's not that hard. I mean, it takes a little practice. Don't be surprised if this takes you more than once. Particularly the time thing, because you're trying to figure out your sequence, like how you can kind of get there a little easier, a little faster. Okay. So kind of come along there, and bingo. Oh, a little too far, buddy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. See, we're doing it a little differently because sometimes you can always run up to get to that guy, but there's this like long sequence where you kind of got to climb up this wall, and the spiders always get me. Like there's like, the spiders always. The spiders are like so difficult sometimes. Like sometimes they're really easy, and sometimes they make them really challenging, particularly earlier in the game. And if you're curious what spider I'm talking about, I know I'm not showing it here, but isn't that pretty? Blue skies. Is that there's these little spiders that are like skulltulas, and they're like armor on one side of their face. You gotta get the vulnerable side. But sometimes when they're climbing a wall, you can't really do that. You can't really hit them. They get a lot easier once you get the grappling hook. You just fire in the back like on the face and they die. Okay, so now we're finally up. We're finally there. It's over. So now he's here. I gave him a little eye thing. Okay. Yep, I brought the eye drops, buddy. Are you ready to get to work? I know we've been trading for a while. No, you didn't want any money or anything, so he drops there's that wall where the skulltulas go to. Everybody can hear his eye drops. Oh, bam! It is awesome time! So he likes that. That's cool. Good for him, buddy. Good for you. So he's in a real good mood now. He's totally up to do me some favors. So he gives me a little claim check saying, hey, come back in like 3 days. Now here's a little trick. Instead of waiting 3 days, you just play the sun song a couple times. You can see, not yet. You are impatient. Right? You can go on some quests, but even then, if you go on a quest, maybe you didn't wait long enough outside. And so maybe you still have to wait. And I'm not going to wait that long because while we're doing this, though, I'll just let this thing play itself out. Right, okay. Not yet. Oh, wow. He's such a jerk, isn't he? Just makes me sit and chat, talk to you guys. So, yeah, I guess I'm getting a little fairy fountain, right? Fairy fountain's cool. Leaf kind of mixes it up a little bit, right? When I play like Zelda's song, often she'll give you power. She'll also kind of fill up your life too, which is good, and she's also kind of sexy. Yeah. So she's kind of like in a. Is she naked? I mean, she sort of naked, right? Like maybe that's just her tattoos. Right? Like, how do you really know what it really is? I mean, I know it's like old school computer CGI video game technology, but I don't know. She was a little more risque. I guess in like in Majora's Mask, they made her a little more hanging out. She wasn't quite jumping around with her naked outfit anymore. Because I don't know. I mean, this game was, even though it's like, I don't know, it's got people of European descent. It's a Japanese game. Zelda's Japanese. So that's kind of part of it too. Like Japanese really know how to play their game. So I think we're cool. I think it's gonna get it. So he's waking up. He's going, oh hey, it's time to make a sword for you, or at least to give him my sword because he's been kind of working on it. But honestly, it seems like he's been sleeping on it. Okay, so this is his finest work. The Biggoron Sword doubles my damage, and yeah, it's totally awesome. So yeah, I'm Conrad. This is the VGH. I hope you liked watching me play this game. Okay, check it out.